Subscriber areas are now live at foottrading.co.uk. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have both gone live. And don't forget, this year we've got our season pass. Incredible value. It basically works out about 4 or 5 months for free, depending on the tier that you're in. We've got more site areas being added every single day. We've got icons on there now. We've got golds. We've got shadows, anchors, hunters. We've got silvers going on very soon. We've got position change trading going on very soon. So make sure you check the website out. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video with me, Fuzzball40. Make sure you subscribe if you are new around here. Half of you who watch the videos aren't subscribed. It makes a massive difference to the channel if you can drop a subscription. We are trying to get to 40,000 subscribers. Project Fuzzball40k. Please do take the time right now to click that like button. It does, again, it means the video get recommended to more people. Helps me to keep bringing out awesome content for you guys. And if you've got any questions or queries, please comment down below. I try and comment back. I set aside half an hour of an evening to answer questions on my comment section. So if you guys want to drop a comment, that would be awesome. Check out the website. If you guys want to make millions of coins, Foot Trading is there. I guarantee you will make millions from our website. It is the best trading service out there. And join the Discord. The link is down below. We've got over 8,000 people, I believe, in there at the moment, which is absolutely nuts. So, let's talk about the coming sort of 12 to 24 hours and what you guys need to be thinking about, all right? You can see transfer market, the live transfers are down quite a bit at the moment. And it's the low, I think, before the big storm that we see with rewards tomorrow. I'm recording this at 11 o'clock, exactly 11 o'clock in the morning. You guys will see this at 5:15. There's a few things that you guys need to be thinking about. Some very little risk, some higher risk, but all have very, very big potential. So the first thing we're going to talk about is silvers at the moment and why I'm club stocking the way I'm club stocking, okay? You guys know I'm a massive proponent, as we saw at Trezeguet, dubs, of silvers. And I continually bleat on about them, but for good reason, okay? I want to show you what I've got at the moment in terms of the MLS. I've gone out and bought heavily into the MLS. I've talked about it in a couple of videos. And the reason I did that is because, you can see here, loads of MLS players. The reason I've done that is when we got the Eredivisie and Liga NOS squad foundations, they all bounced. They're all back down in value now. But the Eredivisie I bought into quite heavily. And you can see I've cleared them all out. And we sold those cards for anywhere between 800 to 1,000 coins, all right? But even if I sold them at 600 coins, I'll show you why it's massively important that you guys think about doing the same thing. Because let's say you go to the MLS now, we look at silvers and we go League, MLS. And we have a little look at what is going on. People have started doing it finally. You can pick these cards up for 300 coins right now. Now, you'll be able to snipe them cheaper than this without a doubt. And if tonight we get a daily SBC that gives us silver packs or silver players in return, so like a Electrum players pack or whatever, they'll come down in value again. And what happens is think about it this way. If you put in 50k at 200 to 250 coins, you then sell those cards at 550 to 600 coins, you'll make double the amount back. So for what will take you literally 20 minutes probably to spend up and get that amount of them, you'll be able to turn 50k into 100k, okay? 50k into 100k. It is really, really simple. And I've talked about it enough times to say it, but go and do it. Go and do it. Because it's also twofold in that you can also make coins if a League SBC drops. For the MLS, for example, they're all going to boom as well. But my big play that I'm thinking about, the big play that I'm going to be thinking about are these Rulebreakers when they're going to go out of packs. Now, this is risky to a certain degree, but I'm going to basically go over a qualified risk is the best way of putting it. I'm looking at these cards and I'm thinking, okay, well, where's my value going to be? Every single one of you should be buying a Herrera, a Frankowski, a Buta, and a Hernandez. They are all basically discard price. You'll be able to get them at discard price. The time to buy these is probably going to be rewards tomorrow, all right? That is one thing without a doubt. They're all going to go out of packs. And they will hold a value. They'll go up in value. And again, if we get an MLS objective, there's nothing to say that we won't get Herrera bought up, you won't get Hernandez bought up. Any of these cards will do well. The moment the cards go out of packs, though, that is it. Their supply ends. So if people put them into SBCs, if people put them in their teams, have them in their clubs, there's only a certain amount of those cards on there. And so every single one of you should be buying all of the discard ones and putting one in your club. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning. For me, Godfrey's going to be the guy that I think I'm going to buy quite a few of. Again, it's risky. There is a risk involved in it. I'd be looking at him around 50k mark is really where I want to be buying him. The reason I talk about Godfrey is he's a left back with a position change, like chance to go to centre back if you want to put him in centre back. Got pace, defensive stats. He's a good card. He's a really, really good card. He can play left back, which is obviously vitally important. Now, if you go to FIFA 23 players and we'll have a little look at League once it brings up the advert. I'll bring the advert up. There it is. Premier League. And again, bring the advert up because I don't want to click it and show you guys quality Little Waitrose and Partners Cheam. So I live in Cheam, just so you know. It's lovely. We'll go centre back and we'll go left back once the ad comes up, right? And I wanted to show you the price of certain cards and how it sort of, why I like the look of Godfrey. So if we look at the Premier League, you've got Virgil van Dijk, who is head and shoulders above everyone at 215k, alright? You've then got Cancelo's left back card in form that's impact at the moment at 150, and his normal gold's 99k, alright, for left back. Robertson's 20k. The Premier League isn't really blessed with that many left backs, and Godfrey is a usable left back. In terms of centre backs, you have got the likes of Varane, but he's constantly in packs. He's 81 pace and whatnot. The likes of Godfrey, because he covers two spots, centre back and left back, and is usable in both of those positions. To me, there's a good feel I've got around him in terms of I think that he could get up to that 60, 70k mark once he's out of packs. He's English, he's Premier League, he does well. So for me, it's a calculated risk in terms of going and buying him, all right? Someone like Bonucci. I'm going to have a little look at Bonucci as well. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of this again. Advert. Drop it. Bang. I wish Footwiz loaded quicker. I love Footwiz. It's the best out of all of them, but I wish it loaded quicker. If you have a look at Serie A, okay? Bonucci at 43k. So you've got Lucio, who is astronomical. Cordoba, astronomical. For most people anyway. Tomori, astronomical. But then you've got Bremer at 77k. And then you start to flick down. And then the centre-back options become a little bit more limited. You've got Fikayo, Tomori. You've got Skriniar. Again, if Bonucci tomorrow gets down to that sort of 40k mark, maybe slightly under the 40k mark, I might be interested in a couple of him. Because he's going to go out of packs. Again, he's 87 rated, which is half decently high rated for fodder. Again, no one's going to use him as fodder unless they've really got him untradeable, but you never do know. Again, someone like that I think isn't terrible in terms of an option, and he gets lengthy. So there's always a hype around cards that get lengthy. He gets lengthy with basically every single chem style on him. And so I think, again, he could be someone that does relatively well. There's no guarantee that these cards are going to absolutely rock it. But cards like Dzeko, cards like Zaha, these could do well out of packs. But they're high risk. They're really high risk. Someone like a Godfrey, someone like a Bonucci, someone like a Jesus Navas. These cards here are risky without being extraordinarily risky. Because you're not going to... Godfrey's not going to drop to 30k. He's not going to drop to 30k. He's going to hold a value to a certain degree. The only thing that changes a lot of this up, the only thing that makes a difference is going to be in whether or not this Team 2 that we're getting has cards that can replace these easily. So if we get another ridiculous Premier League centre-back, will that affect Godfrey's price? Well, potentially yes, because people might panic sell him off, but potentially no, if he's linkable to Godfrey. People might go and get him. And there's been a weird lack of hype around these rule breakers, and I think that probably does come to an end ever so slightly once they come out of packs, because cards tend to rise. If we look, obviously you've got to be a little bit careful when comparing things like ones to watches, purely on the basis that these cards can get upgraded. But once these cards came out of packs, they did see a rise. Dybala saw a rise. He came down initially. He's gone up. Gabriel Jesus the same. Anthony the same. I think Toliso's the only one that's holding really, really low of Adams because they're not that great a card if you think about it. But a lot of these cards have seen a boost once they've left packs. And we saw a little bit of that once all the mad drama happened with the road to knockouts. Once all the drama happened with these guys and they dipped in price, they've all sort of settled and levelled out. And like when we talk about Godfrey, you've got Konate here, admittedly got better physicals than Godfrey, but again, he's sitting at 215k. He can get upgraded, I get it. But again, do I think there's a massive difference between this Konate and Godfrey? No. I think they're relatively sort of similar, very, very similar. But once the hype and the drama around teams losing and whatnot died down, some of the cards that were sort of 14, 15k have started to rise. Terrier's on the way up ever so slightly. This is a card to look out for. I just looked at him on stream. Ren play Fenerbahce next week, and it's basically a winner-takes-all game. Whoever wins that game basically wins the group. Terrier at 85, that would mean that Ren get the double win, they get the 2 wins, and they get the knockout phase qualification. This would be massive. I think he could explode at that point. I think you're looking at Terrier getting up to 30, 35k minimum if they get that win, so keep your eye on Terrier, whatever you do. But even Simon's up a little bit. Obviously, Moreno, I told you guys to Club Stock 1 when he was 20k, he's now 30k. Out of packs, I think these rule breakers will do well. I think they'll do relatively well. Be a little bit careful with the high rated stuff. If you're looking for low risk, buy one of each of the ones that are discard price. Use your Club Stock every time the discard price is a no-brainer. But Godfrey, Navas, Bonucci, these could be guys that I think do relatively well out of packs. I wouldn't like the looks of Fekir and stuff like that. I'd be very careful with those guys. I wouldn't be Club Stocking anything like that. I'd be very, very mindful of that. Outside of that, something to think about is Team of the Weeks. I keep telling you guys to club stock them. The Icon Pack saw them all spike, but in the club stock guide, I put a lot of these guys into the club stock guide, and they've all absolutely rocketed. If you look at Mount, he was at 15, he's now at 21. Donnarumma was, I think we called him at 35 to 40, I think it was. He's now 46. He got as high as 49. But again, Pepe, discard price. Modeste, discard price. Ben Sabani, discard price. One of each in your club, leave them there. They'll get up a lot higher eventually. They'll get up to the 15, 20k mark comfortably. These are all guaranteed profit moves, and you literally, they guarantee profit, all of these things. You cannot make a loss on them. The silvers, the discard Team of the Week, the discard Rulebreakers, you should be buying one of each, sticking them in your club. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure you do subscribe to this channel. We are growing every single day. Check out Foot Trading if you want to make millions of coins. I promise you we will get you there. And as always, make sure you drop a like, a comment, all that awesome stuff. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.